I'm gonna try to EEPROM this module, and for what it's worth right now, the key won't come out because this switch right here is not depressed or inside, and this is a cable that goes to the shifter. You see, I really got to squeeze it. And now the key comes out and it's locked in place. See? So, fun fact, we turn the key and it pops out, and we have to, if you don't have access to the cable, you push this inside and turn the key and it'll come out. Bam. So there's that, and there's a screw on top right here that I'm gonna just back out. Real easy screw to back out. And we have a kind of a plastic retainer, little snap hook thing right here. Bam. Shazam! And if we wanted to, we could pop this out. And we have the ignition cylinder now. Whoa! Isn't that amazing? We're going to pop this back in. There, back in. We'll go ahead and push this dude back. Shazam. Fun stuff, man. Alright, so that's going on the shelf. And we're going to deal with this here module. So, let me tell you a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, when I was just starting out as a locksmith. 5 years ago, maybe? I don't know. I don't keep track of that shit. I feel if I don't keep track, then I fight off the aging process, I guess I should say. But, yeah, I had a 2005, what do you call that damn thing? A Magnum. Dodge Magnum. This lady calls me out to her trailer, located deep inside of the trailer park. Says, I've lost my key. Can you make me a new one? I'm like, yeah, no big deal. Back then I was using determinators. And, yeah, I went out there. Just want to close out of here. I went out there. I'm going to exit out of here. And, yeah, I decoded her locks pretty quickly. I was getting good with determinators, and plugged in with my programmers. I had an MVP Pro, I believe it was, and I was trying to program in a Y164, you know, key, brand new, freshly popped from a straight tack package, because back then I was like OEM only, and where are we at? And, you know, the programmer would say success. You know, the light would go out, it'd boom, go out, and I'd turn the key off and turn it back on, and the light would just flash at me. And, like, no matter what I did, I couldn't fix the issue. And I spent probably an hour and a half, 2 hours out there working on it, jumping her battery, trying to get it to work. I was trying to get it to work, and I just couldn't. So I walked shamefully up to her house, knocked on the door, and told her, I was like, I can't get it. She's like, okay, no problem. Well, she calls me back like 2 weeks later, threatening to leave bad reviews and to sue me and all this and that, saying she saw me messing with her battery and fucked up her electrical system, which just wasn't true. And I filed an insurance claim just immediately because I was so afraid. insurance covered it. That's why we carry insurance. But my insurance agent, like, just recently, he brought it up. He's like, yeah, did you know that we paid 10 grand to fix that car? And I was blown away. I was like, dude, that car's not even worth 10 grand. Just blew my mind. And this is the module that was inside of the car. So I've always wanted to revisit something similar, just so I could hopefully knock this out again. Get it done. Learn maybe a fix for this or something like that. Oops, broke a tab. And, you know, just try to figure out a solution, if there is one. And so this is it. This is the board. You don't even have to flip it, it seems. It's a 9S1 or 9S12. Get off there, debris. And so there's not even conformal coating atop it. I don't know what happened in that procedure. A few friends of mine have had the same thing. You know, I post about my fuck-ups on Facebook all the time. I don't hide my fuck-ups. I feel I learn more from my failures than I do my successes. And so, shit, I'll talk openly about how I've messed up and this and that. But to this day, I still feel like she scammed me. Like, I feel like that wasn't my fault. Maybe something had happened to her car and she just called, you know, a sucker out to get it done. Let me grab my my board mount. I'll be right back. Yeah, but I'm still, to this day, I am one salty bitch about that. Like, I am so, like, when I think about that, I'm like, man, I know I didn't do anything wrong to that car, so it just did, you know, it just pisses me off. So revisit it, kind of see if I can get an EPROM win out of it. You know, just, you know, examine our options, see what we can do. One of my buddies said he had a similar, like, almost identical issue. His was an '06 Charger. He's like, yeah, we threw everything we had at it, and, you know, that fucking light would just keep blinking. And he said we EPROM'd it. He said, you know, we were like, screw it, let's EPROM it. And so once they EPROM'd it, it was done. It started right up, no big deal. And I was like, well, blow me down. Back then, I didn't know EPROM or have the EPROM option, so just, you know, that's why I like to do this kind of looking at stuff in modules. Alright, so I soldered up to the points, and I had to do it differently because, let me just verify it real quick. Well, there's a cat in heat outside, and I'm gonna throw a fucking shoe at it. Alright, so it's verified. The diagram showed a different, oops, see, I had to fucking look at the pinout. The diagram showed a different setup than what I had in front of me. It shows right here purple, like some kind of assortment right here, and I didn't have it on my board, so I had to solder directly to leg 15, I think it was. Let me check. Yeah, it was like 15 right here, background. And so I had to solder up to that in order to get the initial read. And it says I need flash, or EPROM and flash. So let's go for the flash data. First, let's save 05. And we can use as many characters as we want with Prog. EPROM. Enter. We'll go to flash now and see if we can read that. Hopefully it doesn't give us any issues. Hope I can get this. And verify. because I've always wanted to revisit that chapter in my life where I failed. I mean, it was definitely a failure, but I wonder if it was my fault. To this day, I still don't know. Isn't that such a human thing to want to do, is revisit your failures to undo them? We're going to say this as 05. I'm going to go over here. And we don't have to put Ben because it'll automatically do that. So let's just do flash. Okay. We'll save that. Alright. And well, that part is over with. Let me flip my phone real quick. Okay, I flipped it so I can lay it atop the magnifier. So if we want to just look at this real quick and examine it, you see that I did not do a great job soldering because it's just a practice module. And although I tell people practice like you're working on a customer car, that way you get the technique down. So I'm going to hook up VVDI-2 now. And plug it in. God, I'm brainwashed. I just thought of like Glades. Plug it in, plug it in. Fucking brainwashed from commercials and stuff. Bam, boy, come on now. I'm so excited. I hope this works. I mean, I didn't do much work to get this soldered. It's like 7 points. Getting solder onto leg 15 was easy. Okay. So I need to resync in 8 days. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Oh, of course. Here is EEPROG. Yeah, I got it. I'm so happy. That is so fucking awesome. I got it. I'll take a picture. I got it. And it, you know, it didn't even ask me for the flash. But I got it. And screw you, fucking Dodge Magnum I had a long time ago. You bastard. You bastard. I'm so happy I got you. Well, yeah, there we are. Fuck it. I got... Open up, man. Come on. I got transponders. So let's do our due diligence. Let's put this dude right here. And I will go to transponder programming. We're going to read what we have inside of there. Inside of the coil. Locked? How did you... Are you sure? Let's read you again. How did you get in there? I'll be damned. That could have messed me up out in the field. Let's see what you are. Unlocked. Okay. Like, what the fuck? You little shit. Sneaking in there. It's weird how this one was different in regards to board layout, but looking at the pinout that Prog provided, I was able to figure it out because the solder point on the board for leg 15 just wasn't there, so make dealer key. Okay. It just wasn't there, so I just had to solder directly to the leg. So let's load this up now and look at it. It's right here, version 2. There's key 3 inside of it. Hey, hey, hey! We're winning, baby. We're winning. Now, what we need to do to completely win. Oop. Again, there's like 15. But I'll go ahead and get on out of here. This was a fail. I'm going to open the newly created file 2. Oops. I wonder where the pin code is in here. Let's take a look. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, this is definitely a 2005 something. I don't know where the pin code would be inside of this huge ass file. So like CAN 1, I believe this is what this is typically like the pin code is bypassed. And I don't know why. Maybe all CAN 1 have the same pin code? Probably not. That would be highly unlikely. But for whatever reason, most programmers, even CK100, bypasses this pin code. And so it's a curious thing. It's why I had a humongous issue programming these. So I'm going to write this. Yep, continue to write. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was like, dude, it ain't doing nothing. I fucked it up. We're not plugged in. I done broke it. Okay. So now we're gonna write it so that this transponder right there, stay alive. That's what I say to the modules, like, don't die. And if you kill something, typically you can bring it back to life. Write it. Do it. You got this. Did it work? Okay. It says success at the bottom. Right down here. Let's verify that the file on here is the same as on the target device. And there it is. Oh, baby! Cool. This is cool. Fucking success, bitch. Revisiting the past. All right, so let's get these leads off. I get people talking shit to me all the time saying you don't understand electronics or you don't understand EEPROM, blah 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 blah, you're a terrible locksmith. And I'm like, thank you for the motivation. I just like to try hard, man. I mean, what more do you want from me? Try hard or don't try at all. Like 15. Whoop. That is ugly. Got a big old bridge right there. No big deal. No. Oh. You. Dear module, today was fun until you decided to jump out of my mount and taunt me. Such little legs, man. And I have a horrible vantage point right now. It's good enough, I think. You know, there's a problem with being obsessed with like perfection is that if you focus too much on something that's really not much of a problem, you can turn it into a problem by putting too much effort and energy into it. And so that's done. Bam. Mother flippin' complete. Mother flippin' complete. Wow. Done. And so this little guy, let's go ahead and read this in VVDI-2 real quick because we'll just show that it's locked. Put it back in here. Show that it's locked. Further verifying that that programming was a success. So there it is, locked. Cool, 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 cool. And I have another one right here. I opened it up and I was like, what? Because I was comparing boards and it's the same. I'll probably solder to this guy now and read it also.